We are with Mr. Emilio Sosa from Project Runway and Project Runway All-Stars. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Sosa.
Well, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Excellent. We'd like to just talk to you a little bit about what was it like to get that initial call to say that you were going to be cast on Project Runway and Project Runway All-Star. What did that mean to you and how did it feel?
You know what? When I first, for my season, I never really expected to be on a reality show. The fact that I went through the whole casting and the selection was already out of my comfort zone. And to be selected was really mind-blowing. But I saw it as a challenge. I think I had something to bring to the table, something that hadn't been on the show. So I just was eager to show what I can do.
What was the process really like day to day, going through the competitions week after week?
It's grueling. It really is a grueling schedule. You're woken up at 6 a.m., you get mic'd at 7, and you go all the way till midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning every day for 6 weeks.
Without a break at all?
Well, I mean, you have dinner breaks here and there, but pretty much you want to maximize your time sewing, because that's the whole competition. So it's really grueling, but I set myself up mentally. I put myself on a routine 2 months prior to going into my season, getting up early, working, really changing my diet. I really trained physically before I went into the competition.
So were you actually taking time to sew even on your days off just to kind of get the jump on the competition?
Well, luckily for me, I had just come off being on tour with Celine Dion, so I was so...
Oh, what a shame for you.
I know, so hard. So I was already in the work mode of every day we would do a show in one city, pack up, get on a bus, travel, do a show in another city. So my mind was already in that work mode, so that transition wasn't so bad. Actually, the work part wasn't the hard part. For me, was the personal interactions was a little more difficult.
Why, there are people who you found a little challenging, more challenging than the challenges?
Yeah, definitely. And in real life, you can separate yourself from those type of people, but in the reality show experience, you're together 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Oh my God.
So that made it more challenging.
Oh my God.
Going into All-Stars, I had a mission. And my mission was to really highlight the lack of diversity in the fashion industry. So I said to myself, if I make it to the finale, I'm definitely going to make a political statement. And that's why my collection was named Urban Plantation. And I showed it on all women of color. And something that hadn't happened before ever on any runway, Project Runway season or show.
And in doing that, have you ever been compared to, say, Patrick Kelly or anything?
You know what? That's an honor to be compared to Patrick Kelly. Like growing up, he was like a huge influence in my life. What he did for all the models of color, it's legendary. So to be compared to him is really an honor. Now my main focus is Motown the musical. I'm right at the tail end of finishing up all the designs, because we start previews very shortly, March 11th.
And how were you approached to begin that project?
Well, the director is a director that I have worked for before in the past, and when he knew he had the musical, he had me come in and we discussed what he needed, and then I went through the process of interviewing and auditioning to get the job.
And how many characters are you creating costumes for, and how many scene changes are there? And what's your favorite?
I have 40 actors, and we're creating over 450 costumes. But we're recreating Diana Roth and the Supremes.
Oh my gosh.
Smokey Robinson, the Miracles, Martha Wells, Martha Reeves and the Vandellas.
Michael Jackson in there somewhere?
Jackson, the Jackson 5. Really, think about it as Motown.
Even Tito?
Everybody, even Randy. Think about it as everyone. It's 50 years of Motown. You know, we follow Mr. Gordy's story from when he was 8 years old in 1938 until 1983. So it's a huge chunk of American history is told through the music of Motown.
And what are you doing after that?
Sleeping.
Good for you. Well-deserved sleep, of course.
I want to take a little break, but I definitely want to pursue my fashion career, you know. So I just leave it open and let whatever the universe has for me, it'll come. But I have a couple of things that I really want to work on this year.
Excellent, excellent. Well, we wish you the absolute very, very best in all that you do.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you, Emilio Sosa.
Yay.